Okay, I'm too breathless to even say something right now. The point of being a fucking defense attorney isn't to make my own client guilty. Are you kidding me? It doesn't exist. Yep, you're guilty. One he would have written literally with his last breath. You're gonna give it a hand, aren't you? I can't do this. I actually feel sick to my stomach when I'm doing this. I'm gonna go drink a water. God, what time is it? 4:12 a.m. So now it's been 12 hours exactly. Fingers crossed. Please, please don't make Emma the murderer, okay? Here we go. A message was left here on the surface of this jar. If you look closely, you can see a faint trail of blood on this jar. Yes, but notice, for some reason, the blood on some of the fragments was not wiped away. Prosecutor Marshall did not die instantly. He used a few precious moments left to him to leave behind a message. Precisely so. All we need to do is connect these dots. Please don't be Emma. And the victim's message will become apparent. Your Honor, I'm really scared. I don't want to put these together. Your Honor, I believe these bloodstains will reveal us the answer. I've got to connect these dots to make letters. There's only one thing the victim would have written, given the circumstances. The murderer's name. Well, let's go. Oh, the Wiimote's dead. Did the batteries die? Oh, the batteries died. What other Wiimote? This one works? There we go. Don't spell Emma, please. Okay. Connect the dots. I just connected? Just do it. Let's see what happens. And this goes where? Why is this going so haywire? Come on. Sit back. There we go. What is this? I'm looking at it backwards or something? I could see one spelling I definitely don't want to spell. If I have to spell that, I want to shoot myself. But why do I get the feeling that the world isn't the prettiest place to be? Is there anything else I can spell this with? Okay. Sure, I'd rather do that actually. Let's actually look for something else. Clearly it isn't Emma, thank you. Okay. Thank you. Clearly that isn't the case. There's another answer. There has to be. What is it though? Connect the dots? What if something really funny? Yeah, boy! Yeah, boy! This is the best. Oh, shit. Hang on. The hell is this? What is this? Fuck? The gavel's pounding fell on deaf ears. Unable to settle the crowd, the judge declared a recess. Where this trial is headed, no one knows. Alright, wake up. Sorry, Edgeworth. I didn't mean to get you in trouble. Yeah, why'd you come here in the first place anyway? I take it Lana's having you run errands again? The hell is this? Evidence law? No evidence shall be shown without the approval of the police department. A message? Wait. You're missing the point, Detective. Lana didn't murder Detective Goodman. She merely stuck a knife into his dead body. That means the real killer is still out there. And we're going to expose him. No matter what it takes. This case has hurt too many people. It's time to bring it to an end. For some reason, I physically feel sick right now. Either it's because I haven't eaten and I've been up for like more than 24 hours or some shit. Or maybe it's because... Okay, anyway. This guy forges evidence. I can turn away the allegations from Lana Sky to Gantz. We're good to go. Really? first, yeah. Very well. The defense accepts the prosecution's proposal. The defense calls Gaunt to the stand. As the defendant's partner 2 years ago, Mr. Gaunt has first-hand knowledge of the crime. I feel we should hear what he has to say about it. Okay. Your name and fucking occupation. Now then, Chief Gaunt. The court requests to hear your testimony. First, let's clear up this SL9 incident. There are still some things unaccounted for, like the role you played in all of this. Weapons? What? Is that true? That's it? Right. He has to cough it up. Okay, if I'm gonna save the both of them, he has to start coughing it up. He's lying. Hold it! As I recall, a ceremony was held at the police department that day. Don't remember. She wasn't there when Dark ran for it. She was, I think, preparing documents, if I remember correctly. The fine slipped up. Hold it! So two of you ran immediately after him, right? That's not funny. The You went to your office, you found Lana there, right, with Emma. Hold it! Can you tell us what you saw? Or that, okay. Neil and a serial killer. Dark was also lying collapsed on the floor. Apparently she had already arranged the crime scene. You're blaming it on her? Hold it! How can you know that? Yes. As you can see, I had nothing to do with this forgery. Hold it! So you're saying that the forgery had already taken place by the time you arrived at your office. You're right. In fact, I want to look at this. The 2 rules of evidence law. No evidence shall be shown without the approval of the police department. Unregistered evidence presented must be relevant to the case in trial. Okay. If he's gonna bring stupid forged evidence, I stop him with that. Which piece of evidence ties Gant to the forgery? Lana did admit to forging evidence, but that can't be the whole truth. Somehow I've got to link Gant to the incident. Nothing to do with the forgery. This. This. This has to be it. Objection! You claim you had nothing to do with the forgery. But I'm afraid that's a claim you cannot back up. Several pieces of evidence were found in your office. Take this list, for example. This was discovered in your desk. Not only that, but a piece of this jar that was sitting in your office was found inside your safe. You see, Chief Gaunt? These articles of evidence uncovered in your office are both concrete proof that you also played a part in this illegal investigation. So you admit to it then, that you were involved in the forgery? Me? Why would I have anything to do with that? jar fragment and a list. Can't prove when those pieces of evidence were discovered. If they were found after Dark was convicted, then they're worthless. Yes, Your Honor? What are you talking about? For all I know, you could have planted them in my office. Hold it! I'd appreciate it if you stopped making these ridiculous allegations. What? I'll have you know, back in the day, I once broke into a cattle ranch, and what the hell are you talking about? You can't prove when those pieces of evidence were discovered. When? Keep moving forward. Hold it! What do you mean by that? If concealing evidence found at a crime scene isn't forgery, when the evidence was discovered, if they were found after Dark was convicted, then they're worthless. I gotta keep pressing. What am I doing? Hold it! Are you saying this jar fragment wasn't discovered in the initial investigation? Two more statements to just check. Hold it! Hold it! Really, Chief Gaunt? At the very least, there's one very large benefit you read from all of this. That would, of course, be the position you have, Chief of Police. The resolution of the SL9 incident secured your promotion to Chief. That, in itself, is sufficient motive. What do you mean? Is that true, Edgeworth? Change your testimony. I wouldn't be anyone's accomplice if there was nothing in it for me. If there's something in it, you can hold it! Nothing in it for you? Could there have been something in it for him? Given his selfishness, would he have helped someone out? Not yet. Not yet. Okay. Think outside the box. The question isn't who would the chief help? It's who would ask the chief for help. Lana. The question is, what would you benefit from it? She would be... I think this is the case. Alright, let's give it a shot. Hold it! How's that gonna help me, right? If I can prove that there was some type of control, maybe. I wouldn't say that he's helping someone out. He's using someone to help him. Exactly. That's not what I mean. Okay, so let's just think for a moment. My head fucking hurts. I can go to sleep right now. Trying to prove Lana innocent. If I connect them as accomplices, what would that do? If I could somehow prove that he has enough power to just manipulate people, I guess. But in the end, if he... Wait a minute. might seem like bullshit, but... Okay, well. It's really gonna have to be Lana, isn't it? Let's see. Before I make that choice, let's look up everything one more time. Any way you can prove when these pieces of evidence were spent? I can't prove when? Can I prove it because of this thing? If I don't have to connect to Lana, then... Let's give it a shot. OBJECTION! Ah, fuck! Okay. If they were found after Dark was convicted, then they're useless. There's evidence that's right there. But you hid this evidence anyway. Which wouldn't be on evidence list in the first place. Hold it. I believe it's quite obvious in the light of the circumstances, as much as I don't want to do this. Emma Skye fell victim to an unfortunate series of events. Who would want to help her more than her own sister, Lana? And as for Chief Gaunt, he would also have a reason to help Lana if she asked him to. That reason, of course, is self-profit. After the SL9 incident was resolved, Lana Skye was appointed chief prosecutor at the prosecutor's office. The person who arranged this job change was you, Chief Gaunt. Yes. Admit it, Chief. You assisted Lana Skye in forging evidence. Your motive? To appoint her as chief prosecutor, so you can control her. But... this one. Yes. The one that happened recently. Exactly. What he means, Your Honor, is that Chief Gaunt is involved in the murder of Detective Goodman. Not only that, but the Chief is now making Lana take the rap to cover up his involvement. Huh? Your Honor, I was merely reiterating. what Mr. Edgeworth said in easier to understand language. You know what? He's right. There's no turning back. Let's go. Can you prove this, Mr. Wright? Let's see. Take that! Are you kidding me? Really? That knife was found inside his body. You brought that with the fucking muffler to the courtroom. Is it really not connected? Are you serious? Something that proves Gaunt entered the room. Okay. So you want the list instead. Fun. Yes, the one that shows who entered the evidence room on the day of the crime. There was one ID in the list we couldn't determine the owner of yesterday. 77777777. There we go. It's your number. The safe in Chief Gaunt's office requires a code to open. A 7-digit code. I'm afraid so, Your Honor. The code was 7 sevens. The same as the remaining ID card number on that list. Chief Gaunt, you entered the evidence room on the day of the crime. Hadn't seen him in days, Chief Gaunt? I'm afraid you just undone yourself. On that day, you had to have met with Detective Goodman. It has to do with the locker being opened already. So he had to been there prior. Proof that those two were together. Which could have been with... Because in that locker had all the SO9 evidence. Take that! Fuck. Had to go to see Chief Gaunt. Had to go to see Chief Gaunt. Fuck. Think. Had to go to see Chief Gaunt. This possibly? She lost. This shouldn't help. Maybe it was submitted to the chief. That makes sense because he lost the item. I'm down to 1 already. Oh, take that! So Detective Goodman filled out a lost item report. He would have had to give that report to the chief of police. He filed it. How do I know, you ask? Because he needed to enter the evidence room that day. Yes, he transferred evidence out. Detective Goodman took the form to you, Chief Gant. Then, you accompanied the detective to the evidence room. There's no other way the murderer and Detective Goodman could have entered the room. Exactly.
Objection!
The hell? After the murder, you contacted Lana at the prosecutor's office. Why else? Dispose of the Detective Goodman's body. God, I am running out of energy. It's now 5:03 in the morning. Chief Gaunt, you left all the evidence we need to prove how you moved the body to the prosecutor's office. To move the victim's body, Chief Gaunt used this. And this has been here for quite a while. Quite a while. Is there anything else that could easily fit that spot? Or it could be this. To move the victim's body, Chief can't use this. I am so tired right now, man. Take that! This is how he moved Detective Goodman's body. Exactly. How long has this been in the fucking damn piece of shit evidence? The body was found in the trunk of Mr. Edgeworth's car. I think it's obvious what happened. The body was moved by the car. Precisely so. Without knowing, actually. But you did return. Tell me why. For the award! No, wait, no. My bad. It's another day. Oh, I'm so tired. For the fucking screwdriver. So you see, what you really took to the prosecutor's office wasn't the screwdriver, but the victim's body in your trunk. Okay. There's only one plausible explanation. You transport the body to your accomplice, Miss Lana Skye. Think back to the photograph Miss Starr took at the prosecutor's office. This was not a photo of the body being stuffed in the trunk to be taken away. It was exactly the opposite. Cross-examination isn't finished. Are you kidding me? Weapons? Well, How can I do that without Lana testifying? I don't... What proof do I have? I have no proof yet. No, Your Honor. At present, I have no conclusive evidence. What? Okay. Whoa! Yes! Thank you! Lana, testify for me. One more witness who can answer all the questions. This whole trial has been so stressful. Take that! She was in an underground parking lot at 5:15 p.m. on February 21st. Her task? To dispose of the victim's body. In accordance with a certain someone's orders. What? What the fuck? Where are you back? Wow, if that didn't scream conspiracy, I don't know what does. Thanks for your help, Edgeworth. Alright guys, I'm gonna take a small break. Okay? Just a small break. Just let me get some water, stretch or something, okay? I promise I'll be back. I'm gonna beat this game. What's wrong with a small break? I'm taking like, what, 2 minutes off your time? I'll be back in 2 minutes. It's simple. No worries. Thing is, I don't think I've eaten all day, and it hasn't been easy. I'll beat this tonight, don't worry. Alright, this is one last stretch, okay? Let's beat this. I'm gonna sleep for a very long time after this. You talking about Maya? It's not fair. He has the right to refuse to testify. That's bullshit. Which is why I couldn't pin him down in the first place. I have to get Lana to tell the truth. If I can do this, then I can pin him down. That is not a right to be casually invoked. Then what are the risks? Hey, you're back. Yo, Emma, are you okay? Damn, I was worried about you. But you heard everything, huh? Yo, Emma. I'm sorry for what happened before. Really? Relieved? You know what's shocking? This game has so deeply involved me with every single case that I can actually feel bad for a character. Go figure. Either it was because I didn't eat all day, or I legitimately felt sick. One or the other. Why don't you wait in the... Yeah, you know what? I think you need to be there. This actually my first Phoenix Wright game, you know? So when I was playing it, I was under the impression that it was game over. I didn't... Because it's all about logic, right? At least most of it is. So I don't want to get her convicted for murder. That defeat the whole point for me, at least. But she handled it well, and... I don't know. We're gonna try to save her sister. Everything hinges on your testimony. You're the only chance we have to get Gunt. I know. I'll do what I can. Whenever she speaks stiffly, she's hiding something inside. Maybe I can use that as a clue. Alright, let's go. For years? Fine. Hold it! How many years exactly? 5 years. Wow. No truth to his blackmail theory? Well, there's no truth to it, then you can HOLD IT! But think about it, Miss Sky. You didn't murder Detective Goodman. You told me as much yesterday in jail. Fabricated evidence 2 years ago. What are you still doing to yourself? HOLD IT! Did you do so to help your sister? But what she did was justifiable self-defense. She wouldn't have been charged with anything. When I found Prosecutor Marshall's body, I rearranged the crime scene. More information. If you're rearranging bodies, I guess you can HOLD IT! You say you did this all by yourself? Things are getting quiet. Right. The broken prosecutor's award was... yeah. Wait, what? You mean Prosecutor Marshall wound up being killed by Dark? Dark was carrying a switchblade knife. Why are you looking away when you make that statement? It broke off the tip of Dark's knife, planted it inside the wound, then moved the body. This is ridiculous. This is... You broke off the tip? Only the tip went in? Are you sure not the whole shaft went in? If it did, at least you can hold it! You planted the tip? Only the tip? And then you moved the body? Why would you do that? Okay. Why did you move the body? Why did you plant the knife? A little bit of both. How about why did you move the body? When you showed up on the scene, where exactly was the victim's body? The body was found by your desk. Why did you move the body? The pieces of the jar that shattered during the events threatened your plan? Hold it! Pieces of the jar, you mean that jar. What's the matter, Emma? Apparently the jar shattered at the time the crime was committed. But I have a feeling there is more to it than that. Hold it! So you rearranged the crime scene. Are you sure you didn't do this to keep Emma from looking like the murderer? Are you so desperate to hide that fact? You're willing to risk the death sentence. Tell me more. The tip. You said you only planted the tip. You could have hold it! That didn't actually make sense, but okay, I'll go with it anyway. Why did you plant the knife? The proof was all you needed. Hold it! According to your testimony, Prosecutor Marshall's broken knife was the murder weapon, correct? Okay, so we gotta change it. I don't think I can make a contradiction out of that. Hold it! The weakness is why did you move the body? This has to be it. The pieces of the jar that shattered during the events threatened my plan. Look at evidence again. Which side of the room was the jar on again? Which side of the room was the jar on? The left or the right? If it were on the left, then it wouldn't threaten her plans at all. If it were on the right, it would. But if it were on the left, it wouldn't. Does this matter at all? Pieces of the jar that shattered during the events threatened my plan. Clarify. More expedient to move the body? Apparently the jar shattered at the time the crime was committed. Let's go. Good shot. Okay, this shows positioning. But also... this doesn't really help. Although it might. Fine. Let's go. Objection! Didn't get it. No? Work off the tip of Dark's knife, plant it inside the wound, then move the body. Piece of the jar that shattered during the event threatened my plan. Nothing to, even if I find a contradiction, that would actually, yeah, it would. Nothing to do with her. But she was a victim. Or rather, she could have been. It's also an option. I could say that she was involved in the incident, and that... So what though? HOLD IT! Maybe it's fabricated evidence alone. All by yourself. Is there a way to disprove that? 5:36 in the morning. Fabricated evidence on your own. You know, maybe it had nothing to do with it. Maybe it had something to do with the fact that Emma's name is written on it. Objection! Yes, thank you, thank you. All right, you still care about your sister. Let's go, Miss Sky. I understand how you feel. I understand. You committed that crime 2 years ago to protect your sister. Sibling love. It's a good feeling. Incest is wincest. Okay. Anyway, if that truth were to be exposed now, the past 2 years of your life will have been useless. Even so, I'm compelled to bring to everyone's attention a significant contradiction within your testimony. Okay, let's go. You testified, and I quote, "The pieces of the jar that shattered during the events threatened my plan." It's a simple oversight, really. You see, a message was written on this jar with the victim's blood. Exactly so. And this is where the contradiction lies. In order for the victim to be able to write this message on the jar, it must not yet have been broken before he died. He couldn't have written Emma's name on a shattered jar. Alright. Something critical. Just tell me what you saw. Alright. This is the longest court trial I've ever done. Immediately noticed the blood traces on the jar, but it was dark in the room and didn't have time to check it out. Wiped away the blood. The fragments were large, so she thought she got one. Huh. Okay. Did you hold it? So the jar was already broken. Well, you know, sometimes when a room is dark and you're a little bit embarrassed, I know that's a bit difficult to hold it! So you didn't know your sister's name was written on the jar. Wow. It seems you two might make up yet. Wiped away the blood, okay. Hold it! I'm afraid this action of yours reveals what really happened. If you really thought Dark killed Prosecutor Marshall, you wouldn't have wiped away the blood. Sure. Hold it! But how could you see with the power out? It should have been pitch black in there. Really? Okay. Tell me more. Hold it! So you illegally rearranged the crime scene. It's not too late. There's still plenty of time to make up. After we've gone to the bottom of this incident. She's just really putting up a fight. She must really care about you. Still, she's not doing this the right way. One final possibility might turn everything around. Which is a lie. You missed one big one. How can I prove that? You missed one big one on this. How can I prove it? Do I just show the base again? Because it was in the safe. I remember that. Let me save first. Keep this safe. You missed one big piece. I'm not sure why, but you did. Here we go. This might be right, this might be wrong. Objection! Miss Scott, I believe this jar conceals a truth even you were unaware of. We found the final piece of the jar in Chief Gantz's safe. I knew it. There's something even more disturbing about that final piece. There was still blood on it. Yes, which leaves us with only one explanation. On the night of the prosecutor's marshal was murdered, you were not the first one to show up on the scene. Chief got there before you? I mean, Chief got there before you. I'm afraid that's unlikely. The pieces are too big for anyone to miss, let alone an ace detective. The question is, if he did it right there first, why did he hide the fact for 2 years? Well, Your Honor, can you answer us that? No, you're not. Fabrication. Don't know. Defense attorneys make up the he most foul lies? I'm assuming that's a typo. What if we're still smack dab in the middle of Gantz's trap? Lana, maybe right after all. No! That's not it! Miss Sky, please testify once more. If evidence was fabricated behind your back, then Emma's accidental killing of Prosecutor Marshall might also have been a lie. Miss Sky, if you will. About what you really saw? This is it. Hype music starts. And the lying ends. Alright, let's go. Let's go. This is it. You got proof? You gave it to Wright just this morning. You're talking about this. Unless I'm unaware of what else you gave me. I seem to remember getting something from her then. On the back, maybe? Inside the book itself, nor do I see an option to open it. I'm not sure why this would be important to you, but yes, it is a picture, I guess. Finally, it opens. Hey, there's a picture in here! Whee! Only after. Piece cut out from his vest. Oh. belong to you. Exactly. We're here to prove that it could have been a fraud, a conspiracy. It could have been forged, right? This whole scene that she saw first could have been fake. And if that's the case, then Emma didn't really kill someone. Go. What? I didn't do anything. Edgeworth. What do you mean? You're trying to bait me into doing this. I'm not gonna fall for it. Why am I hesitating? Stop. Go. Your Honor, I don't have any evidence I can present this time. I don't know what you're talking about, sir. 2 pieces of evidence. You mean those items in your safe? Insurance. So you fabricated it. You made it. So you admit to it then, Chief Gaunt, that you were hiding the cloth you cut off the victim's vest in your safe. You admit to cutting it off and putting it in your safe. Listen to yourself. It's a 50-50. Did I hear myself wrong? Did I think incorrectly? He said that he did it himself. He cut it off. Well, if it's a 50-50, I can't go wrong with saving and just mashing until it works. The best part? A Phoenix Wright. Okay, anyway. Let's think smart. Cannot show evidence or show evidence. If I heard him correctly, he admitted to cutting it and putting it in the safe. Okay. He admits to cutting it. What I could say is he fabricated it by forcing her fingerprints onto it. Yeah. The reverse side of that is her fingerprints are already on it. He cut it and put it inside there to use this bait later. I think I heard him correctly. Let's go. Your Honor, I do have evidence to present now. Now. Which shockingly... Wow, why am I so nervous? If I could use your testimony against you, this is the answer. Go. Just go. Take that! Let me verify this once more. On the day of the crime, you personally cut out this piece of the victim's vest. Very well. I'll tell you. The person whom these fingerprints belong to are Emma Sky. I'm sorry, Emma. Hold it! You don't get it. Not yet. Miss Sky. It's not over yet. I said this trial isn't over yet. Before I do that, there's just one little thing I have to clear up. Who really killed Prosecutor Neil Marshall? Chief Gaunt, you're absolutely right. This piece of cloth proves who the real murderer is. Who killed Neil Marshall, you ask? I'm afraid that's not possible. You see, the piece of cloth contains a critical contradiction. I'm talking about a contradiction, one that proves who the real killer is. Logically. I think I have the answer. But am I thinking logically? Okay. I'm saying fabricated. Okay? Stabbed in the back. Stabbed in the back. One more time, what's the question? The piece of evidence that contradicts this cloth. Okay? Contradicts this cloth. If he died here, he wouldn't have time to write Emma, which is here. The same thing he made contradicts it. Does that make sense? I think it does. Okay, just believe. Take that! God damn it. I thought it made sense. This cloth was cut from Prosecutor Marshall's vest after he died, then something's definitely not right about it. Okay, backtrack and think. We're saying this is how he died? Alright, if that's how he died, I'm pretty sure he couldn't have done that. I thought it would make sense. Is the photo the answer then? Okay, so it does make sense. Photo first, and then we're talking about the vase. Go. His shirt is showing. His shirt is showing underneath. Okay, alright. Exactly my point. His chest is soaked with blood. That's only natural. His lungs, no doubt, were punctured. Blood poured out of his mouth. So it was simpler than that? Yeah, let's go! Now then, Chief Gunn, let me ask you something. Prosecutor Marshall was not impaled when he was shoved aside. If so, then tell me, who could have been? Who could have arrived at the scene before Miss Sky? Picked up the unconscious prosecutor and impaled him on an armored sword. Remember what you admitted only moments ago, that you personally cut out this bloodless piece of the victim's vest. Ironic, isn't it? Through the very acts of creating insurance, you proved that you were the only actual murderer. It's finished. What time is it? I can see the sun coming up! Legal evidence? You're gonna pull that out in fucking court right now. I can see the sun coming up. Illegal evidence cannot be used to convict a person. Assuming, of course, that the evidence is indeed illegal. The time for me to reveal my plan has finally arrived. Why is this game so stressful? Okay. That you purposefully and illegally concealed this piece of cloth. Rule 1. No evidence shall be shown without the approval of the police department. Rule 2. Unregistered evidence presented must be relevant to the case and trial. Relevant and approved by police. That you purposely and illegally concealed this piece of cloth. According to my wording, I said, not yet. I do not have evidence at this time. So wording was okay. It was fine. I don't have evidence at this time right now. I guess. He said it in a certain way though. Purposely and illegally concealed this piece of cloth. That you purposely and illegally concealed this piece of cloth. You purposely and illegally concealed this piece of cloth. What made it illegal? What made it illegal? What made it illegal? I just didn't show it to him, that's it? I did. Oh. Oops. Okay. Well, good thing we got a bunch of lives! I refused at one point. It isn't illegal. It's not that I didn't present evidence then. It's that I couldn't. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry, okay? Well, that was easy. You see, it's written right here in this book. The second rule of evidence law. I found this piece of evidence myself, inside your safe. It goes without saying, I did not have approval from the police department. And here's the crux of the matter. You see, at the time, it was impossible for me to prove the relevance between the cloth and the SL9 incident. Sorry, but can you recall when was that picture presented? The person who gave it value as evidence was you. Damon Gantz, the killer, was you! Detective Goodman? What does it have to do with anything? You're horrible! How could you get Miss Guy involved in all of this? Well, you left the jar fragments and the gloves. There are two things I want you to understand. First, your sister never hurt anyone. Second, Damon Gant betrayed you from the beginning. You see, Miss Sky, you no longer have any reason to keep silent. I'm sorry, Miss Sky. I couldn't get you out of all the trouble. A rookie? Miss Sky? Not guilty. Let me think. I've been playing this for 14 hours straight, and I didn't eat food. At long last, it's finally over! Emma? Why the long face? I'm sorry sister didn't get completely off the hook, but at least she wasn't convicted for murder, you know? What? No? No? Alright. Oh, Detective Gumshoe. What is it? Awesome. Should she be doing this? She's still under arrest, you know. Alright. No one can change the past. The only thing we can do is strive to make up for our mistakes. It's actually a pretty nice picture. But that said, why must we make up for our mistakes, you ask? Because in so doing, we can find a way back to our path. And once we found our path, understood. I'm staring too much. Oh, right. We can move on from our past mistakes toward a brighter future. That sounded hella cheesy. At least that's what I felt looking at those two sisters make up. It's okay, you know? Get a nice picture frame right there. Hang it up and be like, yo, remember that one time I saved your sister? Edgeworth? What are you doing behind me, dude? You can't change your own mistakes? But Edgeworth. I want to say it's this. I want to say it's this. Or the badger. Oh. All right. Thank you, stream. We did it together. I'm done. I am done. I'm going to sleep. What is this? Scientific investigations. That's awesome. So, another case came to a close. As for the sisters, I have faith. Faith that their lives have only just begun. And as for me, I think it's time I started on a new journey of my own. A journey to rediscover myself. What? Little matter, huh? I thought you said it was okay. Are you saying I gotta pay for this? Why is it I suddenly feel like I want to scream? Objection! Aww. That's cool. What's this one? Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed the stream. I'm really tired right now. But that said, if you enjoyed the stream, please follow us at Finestko, okay? We cover non-fighting games such as Phoenix Wright, and I plan to actually play all of them that are available on the Wii. So that would be 1, 2, and 3, I believe. And then of course we cover fighting games as well. That's actually what we're known for, Finestko, right? So The games we cover in terms of fighting games are KOF 13, Blaze Blue Extend, Super Street Fighter 4 Arcade Edition 2012, Ultimate Marvel's Capcom 3, and Soul Calibur 5. This Friday, meaning today, if I get some sleep and enough time to get there, I'll be streaming Ram Nation, which is a fighting game tournament. I hope you're interested in that. If you're not, that's completely fine. We also have another fighting game tournament on Saturday, which I'm also covering, so I got back-to-back streams. Once again, if you enjoyed the stream for Phoenix Wright and you would like to help me stream even more in the future, I recommend that you help us with a small donation. Donations can be given to multiple streamers of Finestko, to Rekonami, to Spirit Juice, to Shui, or to myself, right? So if you want more Phoenix Wright, just say this: to Koopa, with love, fuck guns. $20, Finestko. Okay, you know how to do that though. I'm just messing with you. It was a good game. The thing I really enjoy a lot about the Phoenix Wright games, or rather I only played one, but this Phoenix Wright game here, right, was I felt very involved with the characters, right? The very first one, I think, the very first time I felt extremely involved was with, maybe it was just number 2? I think it was number 2, with Maya and Mia, and how they were like, how did I put this? Seeing Maya grieve made me sad. That works, right? And I wasn't a big fan of Emma at the very beginning of Court Trial, but she kind of wore off on me, you know? I seriously felt sick when I thought I was going to convict her of murder. I felt so bad about that, man. Some things you just don't want to see happen, you know? Yeah, Phoenix Wright series is a really good game. I had a lot of trouble with early commentary for this particular court trial. I think it's mainly because I was really tired. I just got done studying for a test yesterday now, actually, and I didn't get much sleep, but it was fun. It was worth it. I hope you enjoyed the commentary. I hope you enjoyed the stream. I did my best, and just be sure to tell your friends to come watch Finestko the next time I stream Phoenix Wright, okay? Oh hey, it's Maya! What's up? Hang on. Hang on. Yeah, my stream is here on Twitch. Essentially, Finestko is my stream. It's owned by a group, don't get me wrong, but it's pretty much my own stream. Oh, my bad. But the thing is, I really like Emma. She really wore off on me, you know? How much she loves her sister and how much her older sister loved her back. I don't know. It's that kind of warm bond that really got to me. Hey, yo, what's up, Emma? How you doing, man? Going to Europe, really? Hey, no problem. That's one way of looking at it, yeah. Open it, open it, open it, open it. There we go. And then, what's this in the back? It's pretty sweet, you know? I respect that.